A recent wave of so-called teen takeovers has raised questions about public safety. In December, nearly 400 kids showed up at Atlantic Station after dark. Police say guns were fired. Cell phone video acquired by Atlanta News First showed a teen takeover at the Battery in Cobb County. 17 people were arrested. Cumberland Mall in Cobb County beefed up police and set a curfew after hearing rumors of a teen takeover at the mall. And then more arrests this past weekend on the Atlanta Beltline, where police recovered guns after responding to some shots fired.
Well, now police are pursuing a new way to crack down on those events. Atlanta News First senior reporter Patrick Quinn live along Atlanta's Beltline tonight. Patrick?
Hey, Tracy, y'all just broke it down very well. Expect even more arrests if we see more of these teen takeover events in very public split spaces across the metro. Of course, there was a teen takeover event on Saturday. 13 people were arrested. Gunshots were fired at one point. Some of those arrested, they were parents of these teens. Chief Shearbaum of Atlanta Police said expect more of that. And also now they're pursuing potential charges for the organizers of these events. New video into our newsroom. Atlanta police officers wearing body cameras arresting teens, a part of a so-called takeover event on Atlanta's Beltline. In all, Atlanta police made 13 arrests and seized 11 guns. Chief Darren Shearbaum said they're now looking into charging not just those attending these takeovers, but those organizing them as well.
Asking people just to show up to take it over, that's where we believe there may be a violation of the law. And if that is in fact the case, we're going to charge you. Be responsible.
Chief Shearbaum said they're looking into charges similar to those charged for organizing street racing events. I spoke with one of the takeover hosts who asked to stay anonymous for fear of retaliation and went by the name Throde. He said these takeovers are not planned to be violent.
We don't tell them to come out here and do this. We come out here and tell everybody pop out, have fun. They want to do the crazy stuff, that's them.
He said he invites police and, in fact, parents to be present.
Be there with their kids. Like, the parents could be part of the takeover too, but I want them to be, like, with their kids. So if anything escalate, the parents can, like, move their kids away from the situation.
This past weekend, a takeover event at Cumberland Mall was seemingly thwarted after the mall announced a youth curfew, and Cobb police added more patrols around the perimeter. There are 2 more takeovers planned this weekend in Kennesaw and McDonough, and one more on March 14th at Six Flags. Chief Shearbaum stressed it takes more than police to keep these events and Atlanta's youth safe.
For this to be successful, we need everyone to do their part. Monitoring their children, having wholesome events and that are well organized for individuals, not just calling for mayhem.
And Chief Shearbaum, he said that he spoke with Fulton County's Solicitor General over the weekend, Keith Gamage, about this new potential of charging organizers of these teen takeovers. They believe that they have a strong case to do so. I mentioned those 2 takeovers planned for this weekend, Saturday, March 7th. They are at the Sky Zone Trampoline Park in McDonough. This is according to social media posts, and at Urban Air in Kennesaw. From Atlanta's Beltline.
Yeah, hopefully they can charge the people, but I do understand what they was talking about, how I guess they never mean the situation to be violent. I wouldn't think they would. But bad characters come out there and make the situation horrible for everyone. Now we need to have, I was raised different. So I didn't need, at least for me, I don't know how it was for y'all, but I didn't need any kind of like organization for my city, for my parents. Once I got home from school or during the summertime, you know what I did? I played with the people in my neighborhood on the street. We'll be out there. When the street lights come on, you know what I'm at? I'm in the house because my mama, she don't play. But let's go over into this next video and see what else they got to say.
But first tonight at 11, we're going to begin with those teen takeovers causing trouble all across Metro Atlanta. Good evening and thanks for joining us on 11 Alive and streaming on 11 Alive Plus. I'm Ron Jones.
And I'm Jennifer Bellamy. The takeovers have sparked waves of arrests over the past few weekends here. The latest takeover happening in Atlanta along the Beltline's East Side Trail. Atlanta police say they first responded to a shots fired call on North Avenue, less than a mile from Pont City Market.
11 Alive's Gilad Malamed is live from the Beltline right now. So Gilad, what does the department say about cracking down on these takeovers?
Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says the department is going to enforce any city code or law that it can to try and stop these takeovers. But he's also calling on parents to step up, saying they will be held liable if their child violates curfew. This video shows one of more than a dozen arrests Atlanta police made over the weekend, all tied to a teen takeover on the East Side Beltline.
Wherever these individuals try to gather, individuals that are going to cause harm in the city, they're going to meet the Atlanta Police Department.
On the Beltline, you can see officers recover what they say is a gun from a juvenile. Just hours later, police made more arrests at a gas station.
They were acting in manners that were illegal and disruptive and impacted the safety of the community.
In total, Chief Darren Shearbaum says his department arrested 17 people. 13 were taken into custody and 4 issued citations. Police also recovered 11 firearms.
11 firearms that were present on the Beltline, possessed by individuals that were not legally allowed to possess them because of their age or because of the conduct they were conducting at the time they were arrested by our officers.
Chief Shearbaum says the department deployed extra resources to 4 areas of the city where takeovers were advertised online. The Beltline is the only area to see issues. Just one.
Hold on. You see that one? They got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns from that one vehicle?
Where takeovers were advertised online. The Beltline is the only area to see issues. Just 1 week ago, a similar takeover unfolded at the Battery where Cobb County Police arrested multiple minors and adults. That prompted the department to up its patrols this past weekend. Nearby Cumberland Mall also enforced a new youth curfew. 2 months ago, chaos erupted at Atlantic Station where 400 teens gathered and 2 guns were fired. In this latest takeover on Atlanta's Beltline, Chief Shearbaum warns more charges could come, both against parents whose kids violate the city's curfew and against the organizers of the takeover.
Asking people just to show up to take it over, that's where we believe there may be a violation of the law. And if that is in fact the case, we're going to charge you.
These takeovers are not.
I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to take over. Are they just trying to, like, just take over the block? Are they trying to? Because yes, I understand that the organizers might not be thinking about violence, but the kids who come are, which shows a lot on how the parents raised them.
Not unique to Atlanta. The chief says that the department's been speaking with neighboring jurisdictions, sharing ideas and strategies, what it takes to stop these takeovers. Live in Atlanta.
Now we can't just look at Atlanta because it's also happening in Chicago. Let's go over there.
With warmer weather coming, Chicago City Council members are offering ways to clamp down on teen violence that happened frequently last year. WDN's Dana Rebick tells you what they're proposing.
Spring and summer are right around the corner, and after months of failed attempts at trying to prevent teen takeovers in Chicago at City Hall, today an alderman reintroduced a concept that would put parents on the hook for their children's behavior.
I will be the first to say that I do not want to criminalize parenting. What I want to do is wake parents up.
Alderman Ray Lopez introduced.
Yeah, he different than me. I want to criminalize the parents. If they letting their kids go out there all late at nights and they got a gun, criminalize them. Simple as that.
A new ordinance in the Public Safety Committee today that could hold parents liable for the criminal actions of their children.
Previously, this council has in fact instituted laws that also hold parents accountable. We saw that with spray painting and graffiti, where parents would be held accountable for what their children were doing on the streets. And it led to a precipitous and immediate decline once parents were being brought into the equation.
Under the proposal, for example, if a child is involved in a teen takeover and committed a criminal act, their parent or legal guardian could face a $1,000 fine, community service, and court-mandated family and parental counseling.
I can't support it because we're looking to hold a parent liable as if they committed the act themselves, which I believe will fall short of being constitutional.
You're letting him.
Now, maybe that might be the best way to wake the parents up, is to hit them where it most likely hurts the most, and that's their pockets. $1,000 fine because your kid was outside committing crimes when they should have been in the house. Sounds like a good option to me.
Him go out late at night doing whatever. You don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. If you're allowing a 16-year-old to be out, let's just say at 2 in the morning, and he does something really bad, are you somewhat responsible? I would say yes.
Ultimately, the ordinance failed 10-5 to move out of committee, but Lopez plans to revise it and bring it back. Still in the mix, a new version of Alderman Brian Hopkins' curfew ordinance, which passed out of committee in January. The hybrid model would allow the police department to issue a dispersal order at any time of day. Minors could then be detained and processed for a curfew violation if they did not leave the area.
Whether a teen trend occurs at noon or whether it occurs at midnight, it shouldn't matter. The police have the ability to disperse that crowd and to take the teens, the underage, unaccompanied minors, into protective custody rather than arrest them.
The current city curfew is 10 p.m. except for Millennium Park, which is 6 p.m. after issues with teen takeovers there, including 2 shootings that happened after the tree lighting in November. Mayor Johnson vetoed a snap curfew ordinance last year, and a previous proposal to set an 8 p.m. curfew in the Loop also failed.
Ultimately, the goal is to create safe spaces for our children, accountability with parents, and have a city that everyone can enjoy and love.
Alderman Hopkins says he has been working closely with the mayor's office on this ordinance, and he thinks he does have the votes to pass it. He plans to introduce it to the full council later this month or sometime in April. At City Hall, Dana Rebick,
Now, the question is, will the parents actually wake up? Will the parents wake up? Now, is it every single teen out there? No, it's not. It's not every single teen out there. But the ones who are doing it and the ones who are causing violence, the ones who have the guns and automatically start getting into arguments and pulling the trigger, those are the bad apples. And they are ruining it for everyone. Now, something has to be done. If we got to stop the teen takeovers, then we got to stop them if that's going to help protect the city. And why? And so many guns, so many guns in the teens' hands. Where are they getting them from? And do their parents even know that they have this kind of stuff? Or do they even care? That's the question. Do they care? Probably not. It's a crazy situation, y'all. We look after your kids, know where they are, and if you're just letting them go out and do what they want to do, be prepared for the consequences that happen to them and you. Well, hey, it's what we got to do, y'all. But let me know your thoughts on that, and let me know if you disagree with anything I said.